Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Woman child hospitalized after vehicle runs off road. A woman and a young child are in serious condition in hospital following a single vehicle accident along the Amity Main Road in Westmoreland on Friday. According to the police, a white Toyota Axio was traveling towards Amity Cross at approximately 6 p.m. when the woman lost control of the vehicle and ran off the road. The vehicle reportedly flipped until it landed against a tree. The police were summoned and the woman and her child were rushed to hospital. They remain unidentified. Bull Bay heartache as 3-year-old killed in crash. China Harbor Engineering Company (CHEC) has come under fire for alleged incomplete construction work in Bull Bay, St. Andrew that has been blamed for the crash death of 3-year-old girl who ran into the path of a motor vehicle Wednesday evening. There have reportedly been calls from the contractors to fix a small space in a wall in front of the property through which Shadeen Martin walked onto the busy thoroughfare. Her father, Dean Martin, who was at home at the time, was a portrait of devastation on Thursday. The grandmother comes in and takes up the uniform clothes to go wash them. So she go through the gate, unlock the gate, and the little girl now go through the wall with the over there so you see China Harbor people cut out, Martin said in an interview on Thursday. Dean, a father of 10, described his hometown as a place of doom. Shadeen, who was his second youngest child, but he reminisced that she was mature beyond her age. Is a little big woman that, if the mother a wash the baby clothes, she come and put the little bucket beside the bathpan and she took up something, Martin said to the Infants Independent. The driver of the ill-fated motor vehicle has since been warned for prosecution. Martin said the driver, who he saw at the police station, did not communicate with him but was remorseful about the tragedy. I see him there crying. He was very emotional after the news came that the little girl passed, Martin said. The distraught father said that he had made contact with CHEC personnel on several occasions to undertake the repairs. You know how much time me call them to come fix the wall? Them say they soon come, and I know them can't come. Me tell the man of 5 picking me having a me yard, and see it then now, he exclaimed. Reporters made several attempts to reach CHEC on Thursday, but calls to its office went unanswered. Charmaine Campbell Christie, principal of the Boniface Early Childhood Development Center, where Shadeen was enrolled since January, said the infant was a quick learner and had a promising future. Very assertive, she knows what she wants and processes things very quickly. When she started, she was a little bit reserved, but then she warmed up. It is just really sad, Campbell Christie said. The principal, who visited the family home along with members of the school board, said teachers and students were traumatized and counseling sessions would be conducted. Flowers and a red hand-made postcard with the inscription, "We miss you, Shadeen," were placed on her desk. Her classroom teacher, Dion Patterson Stewart, was broken-hearted at the tragedy. It haven't been the same since. She was very active, always willing to participate, Patterson Stewart said. Vincent residents blocked the roadway in protest Thursday, demanding that CHEC fix the wall immediately. Jody K. Nelson, Shadeen's mother, said that it wasn't the first time that Shadeen had forced herself through the crack in the wall. Me always tell her, say, mind her head stuck through there. She knows she can't fit through, Nelson said. Her fondest memory of Shadeen was her radiant personality and natural ability to make people smile. She just fun. She keep the house vibes. And now she gone, Nelson said, trying to fight back tears. The mother heard the impact of the crash, but initially thought that it was a goat that was hit by the motor race. Closer examination confirmed her worst fears. My daughter gone. Me nah go see her again, oh God. Me always say she go be the smarter one because she asks questions a lot, Nelson said tearfully. Me pray for them something no happen to me, cause me watch it on the news, and me no know how me go cope if a one of my child ever gone, but it just dropped right at my doorway, Nelson added. Police charge 2 men in killing of St. Anne hotel manager. Police have charged 2 men in connection with the killing of former hotel manager Clyde Taylor. Taylor, who managed a popular hotel in Ochara, St. Anne, was found dead in Runaway Bay in the parish last week. He had been reported missing a few days earlier. Those charged are 22-year-old Shekel McIntosh, a houseman from Salem in Runaway Bay, and Sheldon Folks, 32, a barber of an era known as Lewis, also in the parish. Senior Superintendent Dwight Powell, commanding officer in St. Anne, reported that the men were charged yesterday. Taylor, 65, who was a businessman from Salem, was found in a Nissan Note motor car shortly after midday last week Thursday in a district called Top Hill in Hampton, Runaway Bay. His body was found with several chop wounds, police stated. Taylor was last seen alive about 9:30 p.m. the previous Saturday, where he left his home in Runaway Bay to an undisclosed destination. Licensed firearm holder among two held with cocaine cache in St. James. A licensed firearm holder is one of two men arrested following the seizure of US $100,000 worth of cocaine on Thursday. Information reaching reporters are that the men were reportedly held with the cocaine and more than $370,000 cash during an operation by the police in St. James. The operation was carried out by members of the Area 1 Police Narcotics Division in St. James. It is reported that about 5:45 p.m., the police conducted a snap raid along the Barnet Town Main Road in the parish, in which a silver 2015 Nissan Sylphy motor car was intercepted and searched. During the search, the police found 2 kilograms of cocaine and cash inside the vehicle. The men were traveling in the vehicle were taken into police custody, and the drugs and money were seized. Both men are said to be from the parish of St. Anne. Jamaicans to be required to pay for pollution. Jamaicans will soon be held financially responsible for correcting activities that pollute the environment under the polluter pays principle. Acting Chief Technical Director of the Policy, Planning and Evaluation Division of the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Gillian Guthrie, said the principle will be incorporated in all environmental policies and legislation. It emerged from the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development in 1992, which states that persons found guilty of polluting the environment must be held responsible and pay for the act. This is something we want to have permeate both law and policy, so where people pollute, they must be held responsible for the remediation and rehabilitation of the pollute site, Guthrie stated. We want to have this concept that all Jamaicans can understand and appreciate that it is not okay for you to undertake activities which have an impact not only on yourself as an individual but also on others around you and also have an adverse impact on the environment. Guthrie noted that Jamaica is no stranger to the polluter pays principle, as the existing air quality regulations are based on the rule. Depending on the loading of air pollutant beyond the standard, you have to pay. So those who are licensed under the air quality regulations are penalized if they exceed the standard and by how much. There is a mechanism under the regulation for them to pay accordingly, so that is already a principle that is enforced, she said. Polluters pays is also included in the updated climate change policy framework and the emissions policy framework. 46-year-old man charged with stealing items from supermarket. 46-year-old Jason Robinson, a former of Bethel Al Manchester, was charged with simple larceny following an incident at a business establishment at the Newport in the parish on Thursday, March 10. Reports from the Newport police are that about 12:30 p.m., Robinson walked into a supermarket, took up some items, and then walked through the door without paying. An alarm was raised by the owner, and Robinson was accosted by citizens. The police were alerted, and on their arrival, Robinson was searched and the stolen items were retrieved. He was arrested and subsequently charged for the offense and is to appear in the Mandeville Parish Court on Wednesday, March 16. Look out for the children on the roads, Shaw appeals to motorists. Minister of Transport and Minding Audley Shaw is appealing to drivers to look out for the children on the roads, particularly as schools resume full face-to-face classes. I want to say to every person in this country who drives a vehicle, for God's sake, our children and pedestrians can't afford the vehicle. "I'm urging all drivers on the road to look out for our pedestrians and be responsible," he urged. Shaw was speaking at the official launch of the Jamaica Social Investment Fund JSIF Safe Passage, Safe Routes to School, Road Safety Clubs at the AC Hotel by Marriott in New Kingston on Wednesday, March 9. He noted that since the start of the year, 4 children have died on the nation's roads. "When we lose these young lives, it is not the families alone that suffer. We suffer, as a nation. The pain and grief are a powerful driving force to help to prevent similar devastation and grief to other families," he said. Shaw noted that statistics from the Road Safety Unit indicate that main causes of accidents were excess speeding, drivers failing to keep to the correct side of the road, overtaking inappropriately, and pedestrians not using the road responsibly. This may only be stopped through behavior change and discipline. "We have a duty to our children to preserve them on the roads, at school, and in our homes. This is especially as we adjust to the return of full face-to-face classes," he contended. Shaw said that road safety requires the efforts of every Jamaican and should include extensive road safety education in schools. "I therefore take the opportunity to urge all motorists, motorcyclists, pedal cyclists, and pedestrians to be a role model," he said. Head of the Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch, Assistant Commissioner of Police ACP Gary Mackenzie, pointed to the need to promote behavior change among parents. "We find that parents, guardians, when they are actually taking the children to school, they practice most times are not good, and that is something we need to change. Once we get to parents and teachers on board, we perceive that we will have that kind of change that will allow our children to be safe," he said. The Safe Passage, Safe Routes to School Road Safety Clubs seek to promote safe road use by encouraging advocacy and behavior change among students and the wider community. The aim is to provide a safe environment for students as they traverse specific roadways and thoroughfares in the vicinity of selected school campuses. 7 primary schools will benefit from various road safety interventions under the initiative. They are Treadlight Primary in Clarendon, Hope Valley Experimental Primary and Infant, and Augustone Primary in Kingston and St. Angelo, Berkasset Primary and Infant, Roehampton Primary, and Salt Spring Primary in St. James, and Greenwich All Age in St. Catherine. Statistics from the Road Safety Unit indicate that 25 children aged 0 to 17 years were among the 487 Jamaicans who died as a result of road crashes last year. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.